Hello, hello. Hello, Captain Dragon. Hope you're enjoying your tea. I hope you can hear everything. I tweaked the audio settings a little again. Where is the... Where's my paint? Totally forgot. Happy weekend, yes. I hope you're having a great weekend as well. I can hear you well, that's awesome. Thanks. We got 4 new followers. Everyone following off stream. Let me test again how the audio is working for the new alert. Yeah, I'm doing my part. Should be loud now. Loud enough. Thank you, Carlos. That is for following and doing your part. A little bit of static at the end, but it's good to hear. Oh yeah, yeah, because it's recorded from a clip. Oh yeah, the next one is Crystal Clove. Yeah, 99. I'm doing my part. It's not very clean, sorry. But I wanted to try the other alert. Yeah, I'm doing my part. For a squirrel. Also, thank you very much for following. Whee! Yes, fanning in chat. So yeah, this planet is getting too hot. Time to move to a new one. Guppy, I hope you're staying cool with the fishies. I have no fishies here. And just a very, very tiny AC. Which is also running in the background. I hope that's not causing more static as well. Yeah, I'm doing my part. Thank you also Infinity Simplex for following. I'm glad it's working now, because it didn't work last time. The guppies are enjoying the summer. Yeah, good for them. Do they even notice that it's summer? Where did I put my paint? Right, I just make a new one. Whatever. Drawing. It's not drawing. Paint. Streamlabs is like, paint doesn't exist. That's too big. Too much paint. No paint. Yes. No. It's 1 or 2 degrees warmer than usual, but probably not. Lucky them. Alright, here we go. Why are you not? Whatever. I work hard so my guppies can enjoy their luxurious life. Yes. How did I do this the last time? It's too warm for technology. I think it was like this. And also I managed to didn't I get this a bit smaller? Yes. I hope you're having fun, Guppy and Dragon, watching me. I just wanted to make a new art of Cecile. Here, that's Cecile. She's clean now, she's not taking any drugs anymore. But her hand is a donut. It looks a bit distressed, yes. Soon she will be able to shoot lasers from it. What was the uniform again? And poses more Iron Man than Donut. Yes. Beautiful. All right, that's enough. That's enough art for today. Just wow. Last time we were in the kitchen. Let's see if we can get the bookstore manager to sell a book. I'm honestly amazed by how quick you drew this. Thank you so much. This is more like Gartic phone level of drawing, except that it's on a tablet. I usually draw Gartic phone with a mouse. So let's go. Let's start or continue the second case. I doubt that I will finish it today. I was going to do it in 2 sessions, but it's way too warm. I'm way too tired, or not really exactly tired, but more like I just want to lie in bed. Or rather, it is tired, but it's not like I don't want to do anything, but I shouldn't, because it's just not cool enough to work or to think. Summer sleep. Yeah, just like summer dozing. Not really tiredness, just being dazed and out of it. I guess that's what's it like every summer. You forget how uncomfortable it is. Stream category. Let me check if that's okay. I'm not seeing the stream category. Is it still Hermitage? Yes, it is. Hi, Serpster Roll. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a nice weekend. We just finished the art of the day, and we'll start the game now. Perfect layering. Paint. No! Why? Hermitage, why are you not showing? You have been running for 10 minutes. Why are you not showing? Doing well, thank you. And how about yourselves? Thanks for asking. You're welcome. Well, I'm warm. And, Guppy is staying cool with the fishes. As he told me. The worm ate the screen. Oh no, not the worm again. There we go. Oh, wow, I didn't even go and load. Well, I said continue, so that's probably it. Let me know if the audio settings are okay. The room isn't large, and the walls are yellowed. The old wooden door creaks on its hinges. The kitchen is to the right of the entrance, and it is littered with onions. Just onions. Vegetable leaves and folded plastic bags piled up in a small hill. The rustic decor reminds Justin of his old home. It has been a long time since he went to see his grandmother. Even though he is in the middle of an investigation, the detective can't stop thinking about trivial matters like that. Okay. She is always fussy. She just can't let things go. We're the last two people living in this building. Really? You're all alone here? And we've lived here for far too long. Even if somebody broke in here, they probably wouldn't find us. Alastor! Hello! Steam potion! You too! Happy weekend, Alastor, welcome! Hope you enjoy the stream. And you were playing API error again, I see. I hope that went well. It's so hot, we are all turning into steam engines. Yes. Oh. Choo. The old woman leads Justin across the kitchen and opens a cabinet under the kitchen sink. The broken pipes must be there. Choo-choo. Justin crouches down by the counter and pulls a flashlight out of his bag, peering into the cabinet. Yes, dodged it. API errors is so fun. I love this game. Technical difficulties simulator. API error. Lester, we have to make another game. I'm sorry. I'll just leave her alone for now. We just got back from the grocery store and she was hungry all the way home. Most played game on Twitch on day one. Do you two eat together often? It's a lot of trouble to cook for one person every day, so we decided to share our meals. Lorraine-san used to bring by some meat and vegetables, but she'd just put everything in a pot and stew it until it was unrecognizable. Quite a waste if you ask me. Maybe we should finish the first one first. Yeah, that's the point. That said, I love the idea. Technical difficulties. Streaming simulator. But she can eat that much on her own in the first place, so we share it. Sounds like the two of you have a good relationship. In any case, she's the only neighbor I have left. We have to deal with each other. And David hasn't come back yet. Whether that's a good relationship or just a hard life, you tell me. Yes. Justin grunts as he reaches out with one hand to fiddle with the pipes. It is completely dry around the pipes. Even an amateur would be able to tell if the pipes were leaking, however mild or heavy the damage. In the case of a leak, the smell of the leftovers in the pipe would be filling in the whole room, keeping anyone from stepping foot in it voluntarily, but there isn't a single trace of a leak. Sus. Oh yeah, we have to look at her at some point. Oh, no. Oh, did we have to look at the pipe? Look at pipe. Oh no, okay. It's more like about her. Examine her face. Examine her clothing. Examine her hands. Examine her posture. Well... maybe when she turns away or something, like Eloise did. Examine her hands. When she turns around, we can examine her hands. Or does her clothing maybe have some clues? And yeah, her posture is more like imposture. How does it look? Can it be fixed? Huh? Oh, it's fine. There shouldn't be any problems. I have looked at the problem, and I saw that there are no problems. Oh! If there ever was a problem in the first place, it doesn't seem to be anything wrong now, so of course there's nothing to be repaired. The only question is, does the old woman know about this or not? Justin only inspected the kitchen to play his role as a plumber and to get the two old women to trust him. Now though, he seems to have won their trust only to encounter a completely different issue. The detective gets back on his feet and continues his act. The pipes themselves seem fine. Maybe the water pressure isn't as it should be. It could be affecting the kitchen as well. I'd like to see what the other pipes look like. Is there another drain in your home? The only other drain I have is in the bathroom, and everything seems to be working fine back there. Let me think. Leave. Just leave. Check the rest of the kitchen. Excuse me, could you step aside for a moment, please? Justin closes the cabinet door and inspects the kitchen sink from above. Some sort of odor is coming from it, but it isn't very intense, kind of like the smell of garlic and meat. The woman seemed to have quite the appetite, not the kind of food situation that most of the residents in this area would be used to. There's a bit of a blockage here. Do you usually flush garbage down there? There are always leaves left over from washing vegetables. I can't clean them all up because my eyesight isn't that good. Examine her eyes. Is that our cue? Let's try. No, nothing happened. But with Eloise it also was like, we got some dialogue later. On her face. Justin tries to move as inconspicuously as he can. Neither of the two women show any reaction to this. Okay, it's a blessing that the two of them are so old. Although it might be morally questionable to say such a thing, one can only hope that her eyesight isn't too good. Out of the corner of his eye, the detective takes a quick glance at the old woman's expression while they are talking. The old woman is squinting. Her hair is white and slightly messy, and it doesn't seem like she's been paying much attention to it lately. Despite her old age, Hildy's face looks pretty nondescript. She's wearing a slight smile. Her eyesight might not be the best, but she seems to be in good health. Judging by her conversation with the other woman, her hearing seems to be fine. In that case, she probably has little trouble living on her own. There are always left... repeated? Oh, that should be okay. The smell doesn't come from washing vegetables. The old woman said that she cooks meat dishes for her neighbor, but there's also that obvious stench of garlic. Why doesn't garlic and meat go together? Those two ingredients would have been treated at completely different times during the cooking process. So how could they be standing out together so clearly now? It can't really be it. But she said that Lorraine puts everything in a pot and cooks it into a single mass. Are we dealing with a cursed drain? I don't know. The drain is sus because she said that it leaks, but it doesn't. Garlic and everything go together. Yes, garlic ice cream. An idea for my next potion. You don't normally use the sink for duck feathers or anything like that, do you? Those tiny fluffy feathers could very easily stick to the inside of the pipe, along with the blood, so that could cause a problem. If tentacles start coming out of the drain, run! That is the first rule for every plumber. No, I just clean the meat, wash away the blood, and leave it to marinate. For 2 weeks. For a while the smell was unbearable, so I used to pour boiling water into the drain. No duck feathers! That doesn't seem to be the problem then. Oh my god, imagine our cook in the Ducks Out of This World game. He cooks ducks, but people don't know it, and someone finds out by finding duck feathers. She is the cook! She is the cook herself. Hilda. Hilda, that's a good name for a cook. A single duck feather with a speck of blood. That would be a fun puzzle, actually. Yes, we're still collecting ideas. Alastor already put so much work into learning Godot, so thank you so much. I promise I will try to catch up as soon as I can. I really want to learn to program games properly, not just with the dinosaur. Hey, it's okay, I'm having fun. That's awesome to hear. I saw it making games. Yes. We're working on Discord. Plus, I'm coming to the end of my vacation, so I'll have less time soon. Yeah, sure. And I think at the end of August, I will be finished with the working trips, and another deadline I'm working on, and then I can take over and do some story work and writing. And reassembling the sink. Ask about the rooftop. Let's have a look at the bathroom. Will you show me the bathroom? I have to pee. Even if the kitchen pipe itself is fine, there could be still a problem elsewhere. The dirty water might be bottled up somewhere, so it might be rising upwards instead. It would be wise to check whether the drain in the bathroom is affected. That way it will be easier to find out which part of the pipe is causing the problem, and we can send someone along to repair it. Of course, it's just by the living room. The old woman sets the bag in her hand aside and turns towards the doorway. The apartment itself is quite humble, and so is the bathroom. The green and white floor tiles are exactly the same as the one at Justin's grandparents' place. Oh, this bathroom feels just like home. The bathroom has no shower, Only a simple floor drain with a plastic bucket next to it, as can be the custom in some more traditional Asian households. The style of the toilet is also quite old, although the cover has obviously been replaced at some point since it looks quite different from the base. Apart from the typical bathroom smell, something doesn't seem quite right. For a moment, the only thing Justin can make out is the smell of detergent. The detective takes a deep breath, turns on his flashlight, and crouches down to inspect the bathroom floor. Back to old tricks. Ew! Is that tentacles? Ew! No! Torch. Small clumps of hair are tangled up around the drain. That looks like tentacles, though. Not uncommon for a bathroom, but generally speaking, the hair would gather because it becomes tangled up. In this case, however, it seems to be quite stuck together in bunches, like tentacles. Don't look in the drain of Medusa's shower. Are they trying to grab our hand? There doesn't seem to be a big blockage here either. This looks like a blockage. He pretends to be inspecting the drain on the floor, moving a little to the side to block the old woman's view, and then he secretly picks up a bundle of hair. I hope you are wearing gloves, dude. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. Not caring about the fact that it's dirty and wet, the detective sneaks the hair into his sleeves and turns around towards the old woman again. I am so grossed out right now. We'll have to bring the right tools next time to dig up anything that's in the pipe. What do you want to dig in there? The old woman crosses her arms behind her back thoughtfully, while Justin claps his hands together and leaves the bathroom. He didn't even wash his hands after that. Justin, please. Just use some stronger cleaning products next time. You can simply ask for them at the store. They're selling them everywhere now. After exchanging some casual advice, the detective re-enters the kitchen with the old woman. Ask about the rooftop. Do you know if anyone has a key to the rooftop? I would like to see if something is affecting the water tower. The sewer and water supply systems work independently of each other and certainly wouldn't have anything to do with the water tower, but Justin decided to take a risk in the hopes that Hildy doesn't know that. Last time I went to see my potion maker, they only gave me a half potion. So this time I told them, give me a full potion maker. Last time you took me for a fool. He assured B I would get my fill. But he gave me a full potion and now I only get to feel stupid. My god. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the bits, Alastor. I still don't have an animation for that, sorry. But yeah, it's a pun for sure. Thanks for that. The water tower? We don't know who put that lock on the door either. I don't know when the chain was fastened there. Oh, a while ago some neighbors came by to help us spread insecticide to kill cockroaches. They tried to go up there, but they weren't able to cut through the chains, even with a large pair of pliers. Really? I was just upstairs, and it looked like there was a pigeon coop up there. Don't pigeon keepers check it every so often? The shed was abandoned many years ago. All the pigeons have been moved out. An old man used to go there and take care of the pigeons, but now it's just empty and no one keeps an eye on it. I mean, pigeons can look after themselves, right? They won't be driven out so easily. No pigeons up there, only ducks. Quack. Everyone is in the dungeon now. Do you know who has the key, by any chance? I don't know. It's just the two of us who live in this building, and someone must have locked it while we weren't paying attention. I'd have to go to the neighborhood council and ask them. The neighborhood council seems to be very unwelcoming of people like us, asking them questions. Don't take it personally. They don't listen to anyone in general. The woman waves her hand dismissively. Okay, was that? I guess it was okay to look at her face when she talked to us about eyesight. She didn't turn her back, so we couldn't look at her hands. And her clothing doesn't seem too interesting either. So I guess... Oh, wait! Didn't it say we could look at her hair? Damn it. Damn it, no. It's where she keeps the ducks she captured before she murderizes them. We should have had a look at her hair. To find out if that was her hair or tentacles for realsies. Damn it. Should I replay? Should I restart? It doesn't look like there's anything worth more investigating. Staying too long might arouse suspicion, so Justin decides to leave the kitchen. Well, I just have to ask a specialist to check the condition of the sink. I'll ask the company to send someone over, so please be a little patient. Don't worry, the worst case scenario is that I'll simply go cook at Lorraine's. The old woman shuffles towards the door, as if she's intending to call out her friend. Justin follows the woman and prepares to leave the apartment. Don't cook, Lorraine! First it was ducks, now it's Lorraine. Perhaps it's because of the different perspective he had when entering the apartment, but it's not only now that he notices the photograph in the hallway. The photo sits in a white frame and the glass is spotless, but the photo paper inside is yellow with age. In the photo, a young family of 3 is facing the camera, smiling happily, even though their expressions are a little forced. They don't have expressions. The only woman in the picture looks like a younger version of Hildy. The picture was probably taken about 30 years ago. There are some strange scratches on the faces of the 2 adults. Yes, I can see it. As if somebody raised the ink with a hard object. What? What's the matter? Do you know my David? I'm sorry. I just happened to see it and thought he looked familiar. That's okay. If only my David were as polite as you. Is David your son? As if in the blink of an eye, he turned from a little boy into a man who doesn't even want to come and visit. You don't want to be like him. Marks on the family portrait. Sure, that's not true. You're just exaggerating. Dude. Are you done? He checked everything and said that there's a way to fix it. The tall, skinny woman seems not to have left her spot since they entered the apartment. Staying true to the role he's playing, Justin decides to speak to her. May I ask you your name? Lorraine Pearl. Miss Pearl, would it be okay with you if I have a look at your kitchen as well? I'm worried that this is affecting the whole pipe system. My kitchen is fine. You've checked out Hilda's kitchen, so you can leave now. That Lorraine is actually very kind. You're the one who called their company. It has nothing to do with me. Oh, she also cooks ducks. What's your temper? It seems to be pretty difficult to get past her stubbornness. There's no need to push forward right away. Better to do this step by step. Don't worry about it. We'll have this sorted out in no time. I'm sorry to have taken up so much of your time. I'll head back to the company and arrange for someone to take care of this. Suspicious. Yes, she won't let us, a stranger, into her home. What a suspicious woman. I'll come with you. I have to take out some trash anyway. You are the trash. Oh, no problem. Let me help you with your bags. Whoosh. Swoosh. Lorraine seems to approve of Justin's kind words as they pick up the bags and walk downstairs together. Justin speculates as to what he should say next, but the woman's indifferent attitude towards him leaves him at a loss for words. It isn't until the last 2 flights of stairs that she breaks the silence. Hello, Daisy! Welcome! Happy weekend! Oh yeah. Sleepy, indeed. That's such a mood. I am very, very sleepy. I probably won't stream for too long, but I just wanted to do another session of Hermitage. Another steam potion! My god, this is so rigged. This system is so rigged. Steam potion again! What a steamy stream! Take a seat, welcome to the sauna. Make sure to stay hydrated. And at the beginning of the stream I was like, yeah, stay hydrated, grab a potion. What does everyone get? A steam potion. Teas at the door, towels on the right. Is it recommended to go to the sauna during the summer? Because I think not. Your company is really dedicated. Is she throwing shade? We're just trying to do a good job and improve our service wherever we can. Still, there isn't anything wrong with the kitchen, is there? Oh, she's onto us. Her voice is cold. What's that supposed to mean? The detective wonders what her intentions could be. No need to go to the sauna during the summer. The sauna is coming to you. Yeah, truth. The old woman has never tried to conceal her wariness and hostility towards him. In such a chaotic neighborhood? It's just the 2 of them. How can it be chaotic? Treating strangers like that seems almost normal, but Justin has a feeling that things aren't that simple. She doesn't seem to want anyone else to have too much contact with Hilde, let alone with herself. But in the end, she wasn't too forceful in stopping her, an attitude that leaves the detective confused about the relationship the 2 of them share. In any case, Justin needs to find a way to deal with her attitude right now. He tries to formulate a sentence in his head. It's a friendly neighborhood. They are alone in this building. How can it be chaotic? How should he respond? Save. Oh yeah, I wanted to replay this, but maybe later. Should I save scum? Not friendly towards the ducks. They get eaten. It seems you already know. Here's the problem. What are you talking about? Say nothing. Answer truthfully. No save scumming. Why? But I want to save scum. I'm curious about the hair. Is it her own or someone else's? If you ask me like that, I think you already know about the state of the kitchen. There's nothing wrong with the kitchen. I checked the pipes and valves and nothing's broken. Rather, it looks like there was never anything to be reported or repaired in the first place. Ah, so that's what you found out. The old woman responds casually, not even throwing him a sideways glance. Justin realizes that he won't be able to get anything more from the conversation this way. He takes a couple of steps forward and turns around, facing Lorraine. If you know anything else about this, please let me know. Otherwise, there is no way for us to provide a better service. Ooh, smooth. Living in such an empty building must be hard for both of you. Please believe me when I say that I really want to help. There is no need for that. She called you guys just to see her son. It can't be right. Is Mr. Louis actually her? Of course not. No one could have known who to send. And why did she... Hilde isn't a bad person. Do I really need to spell it out for you? The kitchen is fine, the rooftop is fine, and if you still want to check the pumps, have it your way, but you'd be wasting your time. Lorraine ignores Justin's consternation as she continues towards the door on the ground floor. I don't get it. What? The trash cans are just outside the door, backed up against a dried up flower bed. She lifts up the plastic bags with a grunt and drops them into the middle bin. So... maybe she's hearing something else. Like there's no leak, but... there's some haunting going on. It is the tentacles out of the drain. I'm sure she told you about her son, David, but I'm afraid she'll have to prepare a wreath if she really wants to see him. Is he dead? In fact, she's the only member of her family left now. Oh no. In other words, she didn't call our company to have her kitchen repaired. I'm sorry about the repairman, but it's a good thing he didn't show up. But why would she do this? It's been rough lately. The old woman shakes her hand impatiently. On your way over, you must have seen the real estate guys knocking on doors and handing out flyers, right? They've been annoying the whole neighborhood lately. Justin didn't see anything like that. What's with the previous site manager leaving? It doesn't come as a surprise that Rising Sun Properties would change their tactics. But there were people at the city council protesting about being moved out. Sounds as if you're not too happy about these people. Are they bothering you here too? That's a nice way of putting it. They're the type of people who only care about money. Whatever you say to them, their only thought will be not enough money. They sound like quite the vultures. Thanks to them, there's been a flurry of activity for a while now. Even at our place, people come knocking on our doors every now and then, at all hours of the day and night. They shouldn't be doing that, especially to elderly residents. The place was already a mess, but thanks to them, a lot of new faces moved to the area and many strange people were caught up in this. One day we went out to buy some groceries and saw a homeless man sleeping on our rooftop. Hilde was so shocked that she almost got sick. Luckily, the guy was probably just looking for a place to sleep and didn't try to break in or anything. The old woman continues, sounding deeply annoyed, while Justin quietly throws the trash into the bin and closes the lid. In any case, Hilde has been more nervous ever since. If I'm not with her, I'm always afraid that someone might break in. Like you. So that's why she called us. I'm sorry, I still don't really understand. Her husband wasn't a good person. He came from overseas, and I heard that they were often criticized for their loud arguments and domestic violence. We haven't been living here long, and she's the only one left in her family now. I wonder where she got the nerve to move here by herself. Anyway, think of how she feels and stop wondering about the call. I don't get it. The more you tell me, the less I understand what's going on. Okay, well, it sounds as if having people from the company come over might add unnecessary stress to the situation, right? I'm glad you understand that. In that case, I'll find a way to explain the situation to the company. To the company. If all goes well, you shouldn't have to worry about our division coming to bother you anymore. I'll keep that in mind. Hilde's secret. Maybe the files will tell us more. Hilde's secret. Hello? Hilde's husband and son are long dead. The two of them are the only ones left in the entire building. However, Hilde has always been reluctant to accept this fact, always thinking that her husband and son are still alive and well, and mentioning this to people from time to time. So maybe she's just asking for the plumber so someone will visit her and she can talk about her husband and son. Both of the parents' faces in the photo had strange scratches on them. Always are covered in fresh drag marks by large objects. After watching the detective carefully for nearly half a minute, Lorraine finally wipes the dust from her hands and turns to re-enter the building. Making Soylent Green! Oh god! Now with duck flavor. Soylent Green. It isn't a sigh of relief. He didn't expect the situation to become so heated. The realtor, the homeless man, the maintenance worker, they can't be explained away as mere coincidence. This building is odd in every sense. It's a pity that the afternoon's investigation seems to have failed in regards to finding clues that are definitely related to the murder. I should have looked at the hair. I mean, he smuggled some of it in his sleeve, which was so gross. But... Let's see what will come out of that. What do you mean, gnome? Soylent Green gnome. Justin cranes his neck and looks up to the 4th floor. A window has been opened and smoke is drifting out of it. The ducks are being cooked again. No eating the... Oh! Stop it! Stop it! Help! If something were truly wrong with the pipes, those two women would not be using the kitchen as casually as they are right now. The sight confirms what Lauren said before. Help! Duck-flavored human flesh! jam potion. Very refreshing for a change. But did they really never see the plumber who came to take a look at it? After discovering one lie already, the detective can't be sure of the truthfulness of that claim either. I should go back and explain the situation to the others first. Justin pats the dust from the kitchen cabinets of his coat and leaves the residential area. Back to the bookshop, I presume. Oh. Just say it how it is. You're basically asking me to condone child labor. Oh, the nerve of you. Who's she talking to? My god, is this your home? Scarlet? Do you have a drinking problem? These bottles are empty. I thought you were rich. Here's another bottle and another one. And don't you have like a clothes drawer or something? Like open hangers? For real? Is this a hotel? Or something? Scarlett's annoyed tone of voice is easily discernible, even over the phone. The way in which she's trying to sound ironic must be her attempt at humor. It's a very bad attempt. Oh, you know that this is beyond my control. If I'd known things would turn out this way, I would have avoided it altogether. You know I just want the best for Nico, right? Oh, damn it. You make it so hard to be angry at you. She lets out a long sigh, which sounds more hopeless than angry. Anyway, you need information about the Canning district, right? I will see what I can find. Just don't get your hopes up. I'll talk to some people from the city's planning department. They might have files lying around that could be of use. Thanks, Scarlett. You're a big help. No help. Just remember you owe me one. You're always on the lookout for weird incidents in this city, aren't you? Well, this is one, and it's really interesting. Ad break! My god. Alright, ad break and... why is it not notifying me that it's gonna start in a minute? Damn it. Alright, I will see you in a couple of minutes. Drink something, have a snack. See you then. Alright, let's go. Hydrate, stretch, and yeah. This is one, and it's really interesting. You're weird, Alad. Not if it culminates in a work overdose. I'm human too, you know? 2 legs, 1 mouth, all that. I can't run around the city 24 hours a day, talking to everyone. By the way, you have your hands quite full, right? Want me to come pick up Neko? Don't expect me to keep a watchful eye on her, though. It's always tough for me to hold back when she shows her honest and caring side. Thanks for the offer, but I can manage for now. We should talk about the case somewhere. If this case is really as dangerous as we think, that danger will come knocking at our doors sooner rather than later. That means we need to make the most of the time we have left before that happens and find out as much as possible. That's why Neko's help is invaluable. As for Justin, well, he's still quite young, but he's very capable, and I think it's possible for him to... What's that about me? Did you miss me that much? Right in the middle of the phone call, Justin steps into Hermitage. Speak of the devil. I'll talk to you later, okay? Did you just hang up on me? I hang up and look at Justin. He looks weary and exhausted. I was wondering when you'd return and what news you'd bring. Why are you covered in dust? He looks a bit flustered. A layer of dirt and residue covers his clothes. He looks like he has hugged one wall too many at the construction site. Wait till you see my sleeves. Ew, what is that? Gross. Where did you pick that up? I'll tell you later. Where's Nico? Isn't she around? She's upstairs, probably still working and tinkering around with something. You know her. She's bound to go rabid if we interrupt her now. So let's just wait until she comes down on her own. So what's up? You seemed like you're in a hurry. I found a number of clues at the scene, and I need help gathering info. If you two weren't lying when you hyped up her skills, this would be the perfect moment to put them to good use. If it's computer-related, I don't know a single thing about that. It's up to Nico to decide if she's on board. What is it you think she can find for you? It's a little more than scouring the internet, to be honest. I'd like to install microcams in a few spots in the Canning district. Do you think she could handle that? Hey now, that sounds pretty damn sketchy to me. I need a camera down this sink. What with the state of the district is in, there is no security surveillance around there, but it could really help me confirm something. So I figured, with no surveillance system in place, why not just create our own? Duck Cam 2000. Yes, they're gonna discover the portal in her kitchen, where she leaves to hunt for ducks. So, what do you think? Does it sound like something we could pull off? Even if you ask me, it's up to me.
Real-time monitoring is just wishful thinking, isn't it? CCTV has a very demanding signal. There aren't many public places around that we could draw power from. The whole power grid in that area must be a gazillion years old. It's already a miracle that they have electricity over there. Expecting quality video is something else entirely.
I hadn't even thought that far ahead yet.
That's why I'm doing this and not you. We have to hack into the grid to make sure the video quality is good enough. Once we're done, we can just pull out of the system and it'll be as if we were never even there. It's fine by me, just as long as we get footage from the places I want to monitor. So how do we do it? Simple. First you go out there and buy me a bunch of cheap phones. Excuse me? A sudden and unexpected request surprises the detective, but Nico ignores him and keeps on talking. Chinese ones are the best. Big enough batteries in those. Nowadays, you don't really need to worry about the camera quality. It's going to take some time to set everything up, but if you can get me the phones before dinner, I can have it all ready by tomorrow. I still don't quite get your plan. But sure, leave it to me. I'll get you those phones. You two are planning a crime right now. You're aware of that, right? Nico, at least ask him what his plan is before you let him drag you into this. I'm used to handling trouble. You know that. That's not what I wanted to hear. No need to be so nervous. To be clear, the target of our observation is an old residential building. Lots of new and unfamiliar faces have been popping up there lately. Alright, what about the household that called about those pipes? Was there an actual problem? There is a problem, but it's much more complicated. It was a false alarm. The old woman living there felt threatened by the real estate company and was uneasy. Was that the reason she called? Well, I sure hope that all of that turns out to be a false alarm. Me too. Hard to tell what's true right now. The building itself gave me a lot of reasons to be suspicious. Someone dragged something through the hallway, messed up the walls all the way to the roof too. What's on the rooftop? I don't know. The door to the rooftop is sealed off with a chain. Damn thing is probably as thick as your arm. Wow, that's very suspicious indeed. That's why I wanted to see for myself if there are really only 2 people living in the entire building. You think there's something else on the roof? Yes, pigeons. There's a pigeon shed on it. Call it intuition, but if that's the only thing up there, the owner wouldn't have sealed the door with a gigantic chain. Very true. The building has 7 floors. That's a lot of space to hide all kinds of things. None of the surrounding buildings are that high. It means you could do whatever you wanted on the roof without attracting any attention, as long as you keep the noise down. It's too cold and windy up there for anyone to actually live there. Also, even if you find a way to avoid the 2 old women all that time, sneaking around surveillance cameras would be next to impossible. You seem very certain about the killer's location. If the plumber really did die there, that makes everyone in the entire neighborhood a suspect. Locking something up isn't an unusual thing in that area. The 2 old women don't know anything about it. They once saw a homeless guy sleeping up there, but that's all. There's been nothing to report since then. The first victim? That's a possibility. Definitely worth looking into. And you're sure about the 2 old women? Even if the place is run down, there's got to be a reason why they're the only ones living there. Probably a gnu hiding in the pigeon shed. Absolutely. Sounds plausible. Calling someone just because you want to feel safe sounds pretty far-fetched to me. I can't see any viable reason that have to murder a plumber. Unless to cook him. The whole thing took effort and planning. You still remember where the 3 bodies were found, don't you? It's quite a physical feat to drag them to where they were found, not to mention wrapping them up like that. And those strange wounds. What would have been the point in that? Let me look at that again. Sinkhole. Oh, that was the other sinkhole.
Murder victims. Limbs were bent and mangled. They lost a great amount of blood. Oh yeah, possibly vampires. Losing blood at an abnormal rate before they died. And... no. This one. Where was the vampire again? Black tentacles. They have many mouths. And they live in Eastern Europe. No, wait. Was the gargoyle? Just imagine Justin coming here and saying, yeah, that dude could have been killed by something in the building, and the bookstore manager is like, yes, let me look up my fantasy books. Which creature could it have been? Yeah, it's totally a vampire. A 6'6" mosquito. Yes, that too. From what you've told us, something was dragged all the way up to the rooftop, or down from the rooftop. Either way, it would be pretty difficult to do that all by yourself. Even for 2 people? Young people these days can't even imagine how horrible it feels when your knees and hips creak and ache with every step. Oh god, you are fucking 27 or something. I think he's 30 or 31. In any way. What an idiot. Okay, you're old, I get it. So, what do you think? I'm still not sure. Although what you're saying makes it sound like it could definitely be the location where the murder took place. So I say we go with your plan. We need time, tools, plans. We can't expect the residents to be dumb, deaf, and blind. We need to work carefully. Should I expand my search? All of them were killed in a brutal fashion. Bodies chopped up. The parts weren't strewn about. So the killer must have transported them in one go. Whether it involved the 2 women or not, the fact remains that moving 3 bodies is bound to leave a trace. Rising Sun Properties employees don't walk door to door with the necessary equipment to make bodies disappear like that. We should ask people if they've noticed anything suspicious. Maybe something carrying some sort of large package. Maybe a trolley? Or a suitcase? Oh wait, an adult probably wouldn't fit inside a suitcase. You have a vivid imagination. Mind your own business? Nico throws a cold look in my direction. I'm fine with Nico helping you, but I think we should redirect the surveillance efforts a little. I'm joining up with them anyway, so don't make it sound like you've got a say in it. It'll be fine. We will need a decent excuse as a cover for us being there, or else we'll be bound to raise suspicion. Well, I already have some ideas as far as that's concerned. Nico, this isn't the internet. If somebody realizes what you're up to, that's it. No second chances. Blah blah blah, as if you're suddenly the local internet expert. What is a local internet expert? Hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood internet expert. Hurry up and go phone shopping. You pay for it. I'm broke. Fine. I'll try to get back before dark. Remember to look left and right before crossing the road. Unable to come up with anything witty, Justin throws Nico a look before hurrying out of the store.
Okay, the jerk is finally gone.
He's not that bad. Have you met the store manager, Nico?
And don't say that. He takes his work seriously.
Working without a brain isn't effective, no matter how hard you try.
Don't let him hear you.
I heard that.
I'm going to set up parts of the system already to give him a sneak peek when he comes back. He's going to like it.
Him asking for your help just shows how much trust he puts in you. Your work matters, Nico.
And as always, you're gonna lean back and watch us work. Well, enjoy the show. And get used to it. Stop trying to talk me out of things.
I said right from the start that I'd let you decide for yourself, didn't I? When did you start turning into a grumpy old grandma?
Well, since I came here, you are a grumpy old grandma. Oh, it's a cutie elf. Hello, cat. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome.
You are also playing API error. Did I mistype? Hi cat, happy weekend! I'm fine. Happy to hear that.
Yeah, hello, guppy cutie.
I think you need to relog. Oh, great. Oh, God. But I'm connected. I did even get a new token.
How is the elf doing?
Elf is warm and sleepy and just waiting for summer to be over. Thank you for the shout out, but it's not working. Oops. Brewing steam engine potions for everyone. Yeah, try to get a potion. Everyone so far has gotten a steam potion. In this weather. Ooh, butter potion. Nice.
I just didn't want Justin messing up our investigation. Scarlet is still hard at work. We don't need something else on our plate.
Speaking of Scarlet, just how much of an influence did she have on your plan?
The Canyoning district is full of cheap housing and residents who don't know anything about their rights. It's easy to make changes and adjustments like the cameras and pass them off as something completely normal. Still, whether it's setting up cameras or questioning people, I don't really see the point.
Of course, surveillance only makes sense if the killer is still around, carrying out his business. That would mean knowingly putting people in danger. Either way you look at it, it's quite heartless.
So we're trying to solve a triple homicide. So Justin, our detective, went to one of the crime scenes to look for the killer, but he collected hair from a drain instead. Great work, Justin. This investigation is going wonderfully.
I'm just worried that we'll be misled by setting up surveillance. I have a feeling Justin's prone to jumping to hasty conclusions.
Are you questioning Justin's abilities?
It's just that he's too concerned with what people are potentially capable of. In my opinion, your approach to solving cases like this is much smarter. But please don't forget why we fled to Mato.
She knows that there's no way for me to answer the why, but then again, it's not like she expects an answer.
A body is hard to move or lift without the right tools. Since the killer probably won't be staying in one place all the time, we might be able to catch a glimpse of him by setting up surveillance. And other people might not even notice him otherwise, right? There are too many weird places in that area for everything to be a coincidence. But still, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
So, do you think the killer might not be human?
How did he come to that conclusion?
I mean, with the things he pulled off, him having wings almost sounds like the most plausible explanation.
Well, if he had wings, then he could have transported the body to the rooftop without having to drag him. Hidden danger! But what about the marks along the stairs? Right? If it wasn't a human who committed the murder, who installed the chain lock at the rooftop?
Who knows? Things are never quite what they seem.
Yeah, the murderer is a gargoyle, and he moved into the pigeon shed. Easy. Case closed. Book push! Also rigged, you've been getting that a lot. You have been finishing a lot of fanfictions lately, Gapion Dragon. Ducks in Space number 3 done! Awesome.
Either way, I'm going to take a trip there with Justin tomorrow. See if we can find out a bit more.
You only just ran away. Do you really think it's wise of you to roam the streets again already?
Who do you think I am? This town is built like a maze. I'll be impossible to find. You could tell them I'll be in the area tomorrow, and they still couldn't find me.
Oh, Cat, you have to wait a minute for the cooldown. Yes, it has a cooldown. Come on, do you really think I'd pull a stunt like that?
That was a metaphor, dummy. I have work to do upstairs now. If Justin comes back, bring me the phones, will ya?
Don't rummage through my computer.
Too late. Yes, I know. How many more times are you going to tell me that?
As Nico leaves the store, I can hear her mumbling to herself, quietly complaining about pretty much everything and everyone. Yes, she's just like you. Are you sure you're not related?
That was Nico.
As in, get back, Nico. Nico, is it you? She has a lot of complicated work to do tonight, and it would be very unwise to interrupt her. She's probably just going to use some tools, tinker around here and there. A little handiwork with a blowtorch and a soldering iron won't blow up half the building again, right?
It's me, Uwu.
It is a cat girl. So... But she's orange, not purple. Oh wait, we have to smoke to sort out our thoughts. There is now no other way. The nicotine really calms my mind, even if it's just temporary. That's cute. You mean my voice? Ah, there we go. Pasta potion. Enjoy the pasta potion. Yeah, your voice. I try. Thank you. Just like Nico, he can come across as a little smug and overly confident, but he can back most of it up. He has good observational skills and enough guts to take action when it's needed. Perhaps in time he will surpass his old mentor. You? Or the deliverer? Of course, it's hard to tell until the dust settles. Even more so because this case is out of his comfort zone. Did he really handle the contact with the two elderly ladies properly? No one knows. But we got one new clue. Hey, where's the other clue? Didn't we get one? Investigate in the sinkhole. Maybe here? You have to check in the past cases too to get all the clues. Tables turned. Damn it. This way. Deliver a secret. No, that wasn't it. Oh, it was the question, not a clue. Hidden danger. Yeah, it was like, where is the hidden danger? It is hidden too well. Alright then, next stage. Nighttime. I've tripped over something several times already tonight. Back in the day, people probably didn't have this problem. I guess the cheaper light sources became, the less people were willing to accept parting with it. At least things have finally calmed down again upstairs. The way Nico was yelling at Justin scares the hell out of me. It's like she has a personal vendetta against him. Luckily, everything seems to be back on track now. Justin tumbles down the stairs and knocks on my door. I'll pick Nico up in the morning, okay? Better ask her yourself. I don't want to speak for her. It's not me who's going out after all. Because I can't leave this place. We all know. You sure you can't help? It's always good to have one more person coming along. Now that you know how dangerous it is out there, find a way to protect your companions on your own. You shouldn't rely on others for that. Besides, you're fully aware of my situation. It's fine for me to stay at Hermitage, but if I come with you, that's just begging for the police to stop us. I think you can't leave? I'm confused. Well, if it's that dangerous for you, I'll think of something else. Giving up that easily? Actually, my sources are very limited, and I still don't quite understand the details. All the more reason for me to not get involved, wouldn't you say? Good point, yes. Sorry. Never mind. I'm not sure where you heard about this whole thing, but I'm just as curious about it as you are. It's not that, right? That he can't leave because the police are after him? Would be too stupid and too easy. Really? I thought you weren't the type to ask for help from anyone. Why would you think that? Because you're stubborn. Fine, I was wrong. What exactly do you want to know? I could help snoop around. That won't be necessary. Just tell me one thing. Huh? Who is Mr. Leng to you? Who would have thought the legendary detective had taken in an apprentice? To be honest, I only found out about it by coincidence. What do you want from my master? Oh, so his mentor is Mr. Leng? Nothing, I'm just curious. With a guy like that on your side, why did you ask me for help instead of him? I'm not as experienced as he is. I can't even leave the store. I might be talented, but what good does it do me if I never step outside into the real world and actually put that talent to use? So there has to be a reason, right? Just like my master, I have problems of my own. That doesn't really explain anything. Do we really have to talk about this? Nico has found a way to handle this, and I don't want to stop her. But you had better alternatives than us to ask for help, and I need to know why you chose us instead. You're really stubborn. Sorry, that's just the way I am. I can't afford acting irresponsibly when people depend on me. The truth is, there never was an alternative in the first place. That old man is just a name to me now. He's done a lot of bad things. And in my opinion, he doesn't deserve to be called a detective.
His master has gone bad. He has gone dark side. I got to know that side of him when I was still working alongside him. That's why I came to you for help.
But why?
He's been to the Kangning district.
What?
He went there 3 years ago. It was a miserable case. The victim's family camped in front of his house for almost 3 days and nights, begging him to solve the case that the higher-ups had all but abandoned already.
He didn't succeed?
He ran away after a week of investigating behind my back. I don't know exactly what he found out, but you can't just turn your back on clients like that. You owe them an explanation. I tried my best to talk him out of it, but he decided to pack up and move out of the house overnight. He's always been strict with me, teaching me what a detective should and shouldn't do, but in the end it was he himself who didn't have the courage to face a problem head-on, choosing to avoid it instead. We're detectives and it's our job to find answers. He doesn't deserve his good reputation if he can even do that. I've decided to part ways with him that day. Been on my own ever since.
Is that why you're still a private investigator to this day?
He thinks he's everything people make him out to be, but he's living a lie, that's it. Even if I'm not happy with the work I'm doing right now, it's still a lot better than working for him. Now you should be able to understand why I came to you. See you tomorrow. Bye. Justin picks up his briefcase, turns around and leaves. The atmosphere has turned rather cold, and I scratch my neck absent-mindedly, not knowing what to say anymore.
Well, I guess it's true what they say. Everyone has their own burden to carry.
Woohoo! Oh. No new messages? His hand is still a donut. Star portion! Whoosh! Travel the galaxy. Astronaut copy. Relationships. Oh. The ladies. Oh. The photo. How did David and their son die? Good neighbor. Hilda doesn't get a card where we can check her sanity. No other people. Oh wait, Justin. Sanity is 0. Alright. Oh yeah, we had that already. Thoughts. Oh wait, no, not again. Not another cigarette.
At night, the smoke is like a relaxing massage for my brain cells. Mr. Lang has disappeared. And his persistent apprentice, Justin? I don't think Mr. Lang is an incompetent man. His capable apprentice is proof enough of that. But what led to this?
Oh my god! That's spam. Someone spammed the board. It's advertising. I won't find anything here today. My god. Cigarettes and alcohol. Don't wait, make your generation proud. The former has been taken over by ads. I can't find anything here today. It's the same ad, I guess. Oh yeah, we had that.
Maybe it'll clean up? Nope. Alright, watch TV. The primetime TV series has stopped airing for a while due to a delay in production. A series is being shown on TV. It features the drama actress CM.
Enjoy the summer with our refreshing drinks. Great taste
And 18 different healthy herbal ingredients. Alright. Strange happenings and hidden danger. Guess we're done. End day. All that talk yesterday made my mind race and kept me up all night. Ever since the early morning hours, police cars have been driving past on a regular basis. I can't be the only one who was kept awake by their loud sirens. It's a very uncommon occurrence around here. Many of the elderly locals, who rarely leave their homes, even dropped by Hermitage to ask me if I have any clue as to what's going on. Some of them even tried to buy books. It was horrible. It all makes me feel a little uneasy. This part of town is usually among the most quiet. Who would call at this hour? Oh, there's a phone ringing. My speaker is too low, as always. Are you looking for trouble? Well, you found it. Did you stay up late again yesterday? No, I got the news from a friend. So somebody stayed up late for you. Consider this proof that I'm well connected. Anyway, change of topic. Kangning isn't your average neighborhood. That district wasn't even supposed to exist in the first place. What do you mean? Originally, it was supposed to be a housing district for— Stop! Not so fast, Scarlet. For employees of the Mato No. 11 TV factory. However, less than a year after the first building was finished and paraded around as propaganda benchmark, all subsequent construction work was brought to a halt. Alright, that's a building you sent Nico into. I hope you know what you're doing. Guppy is out of this world. Yes. Why did they stop the construction? I don't know. That's all I could find in the city records. The rest of the information seems to be classified, so I can't get to it. I also really like this mechanic. Like, you press a button, but you have the feeling that you're writing messages and getting messages. That's nice. Is that the reason why there are so many low-rent apartments there? They want to keep some people there at least. Otherwise, all of it would have been for nothing. Just one giant piece of land completely empty. The government doesn't really want to get involved for fear of losing face. They're going to have a problem if the whole thing gets out. Interesting. It all makes sense now. That building never did quite fit with its surroundings. It's going to be demolished and rebuilt eventually. Can you do some research on who lives there? Funny you should ask. Actually, there aren't any registered occupants in the building. Really? To be more precise, the building itself doesn't exist. That doesn't sound too far-fetched. Guess something like that can happen in a big city. What baffles me is that they still have water and electricity. The people in there seem to be living without a care in the world. Can't just steal water or reroute electricity from somewhere else. Water companies and plumbers are still taking jobs at that place. It's all very strange. You can say that again. For an abandoned building whose existence isn't even acknowledged, it seems just a tad too well maintained. Long story short, there's something off about that building, and I suggest you keep an eye on it. Ask Nico to help you find the old records of the TV factory. We might find something there. Well...
It's okay, I'll handle it. Thank you for going through all this trouble. So the building doesn't exist, and there are no people living there officially. And it used to be a district for employees of the TV factory from Mato. I am fed and soon caffeinated. Yummy coffee. Enjoy your coffee. So the ladies are evading taxes. Maybe the ladies aren't real. Maybe they are ghosts. The Kangning community originally had a carefully thought out construction plan, but shortly after the first building was constructed, it had to terminate all subsequent construction work for some reason. The deliverers' companions also seemed to have an interest in the place, but they failed to settle there and hastily retreated after an odd accident. Officials tried to restart construction in the residential area, but were repeatedly stopped by a group of people with masks, and they eventually stopped trying. That's quite a feat, because taxes could probably find you on the moon. So that's it, huh? I look up from my phone, only to see someone waiting at the counter. A customer! Oh, it's his favorite customer. Or negative customer, because he brings books. The deliverer. Unfortunately, it's not a guest I'm happy to see. You're such a tsundere. I can tell you are on edge. Do not be alarmed, for there is no need to worry about this neighborhood. After all, I am aware of how important this place is to you, how much you cherish the moments spent here with your friends, aka me. In a rare moment of showing actual emotion, he smiles at me, though it looks more like grimace than a genuine smile. Every single time something's bothering me and giving me a headache, you show up. So tell me, are you somehow linked to that, or is that just my way of sensing that you're around? Should we ship them, chat? How do you feel about those two? Stress and its accompanying side effects are most detrimental to one's health. I can recommend you an excellent doctor should you need one. They make a cute couple. Enemies to lovers. Well, first, enemies to friends would be a step forward. What do you want today? I have to say I'm really not in the mood for one of your visits, so make it quick. Same as always. He turns around to show me the object he's holding. By the way, I finished reading the last batch of books you delivered. It's interesting material, that's for sure, but there's nothing helpful in it. Well then, consider looking at it from the bright side. That just means you'll have slightly fewer headaches to deal with. I'd gladly take any break I can get. I've had more than enough to deal with lately. The store owner starts walking past the shelves, browsing the various collections on this display. Things probably don't look all that different than they did when he first put me in charge. Who's saying that? The store owner? Oh, he is the store owner. Oh, alright. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. By the way, how well do you know this city? I'm not really that familiar with all of the districts,
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm not a person who enjoys exploring new areas. I quite like staying in my comfort zone.
Something I've been meaning to ask you about. Something that happened almost 20 years ago.
It is quite a long time indeed, but feel free to ask away, though you might have to jog my memory a tiny bit.
There's an old residential district in the southern part of the city. So I assumed your question somehow pertains to that isolated urban area.
Oh wait. So I assume your question somehow pertains to that isolated urban area.
It seems like there are quite a few stories about that place.
The whole area is part of one of the least glamorous chapters of this city's long history. Some of the elderly inhabitants will surely remember it. 2 decades ago, following an unexpected economic boom, everything happened at too rapid a pace. The government's unfaltering enthusiasm for expanding the urban area was overambitious to an unhealthy degree.
So there were problems with the expansion and construction?
It was a very aggressive process, especially when compared to other projects. Opaque practices and shadowy backdoor deals were the norm, seeing as policies weren't as clear and easy to understand as they are nowadays.
Does he know about the things Scarlet dug up? I decided to test the waters a little. It's a pretty bold endeavor to construct cheap housing units amongst all those skyscrapers in a big city.
Rumor has it that they are able to ignore the strict building regulations and avoid scrutiny due to connections to the right people in powerful positions.
Entering that part of the city makes you feel like a foreigner, as if they don't want you there.
Most of the older generation does not even speak of the district's name out loud anymore. Such is the extent of its dark and troubled history. My God! What did they do?
So what's the real story behind it?
A shockingly vile murder. A local man was found with cuts on both sides of his neck, forcing him to drown in his own blood like a fish dragged on land. A resident came home earlier than usual, only to stumble upon the landlord in his own blood, devoid of any life. It was at this very moment that he gazed upon a huge shadow, making a horrifying whistling sound. If he hadn't screamed at the top of his lungs before passing out, there could have very well been another victim.
Shadow, huge shadow.
Horse? 10 feet tall?
Damn it.
Whistling sound? Huge shadow? Yeah, it's the horse, isn't it? Hisses like the wind and neighs like a horse at the same time. Whistling sound. And he drinks blood? Ah. I don't know. Could be him. It is said that the story was heavily downplayed. Even newspapers took a step back so as not to spread the word. Obviously, as is always the case, the rumors and murmurs stemming from such activity only further stoked the flames.
Sounds like a B-movie.
Many theories about the motive for the murder were flying around, as was the list of the suspects.
However, over time, people quickly forgot about it and lost interest. As the popular topics of discussion changed, only a select few remained curious. Most simply chose to move on and forget. Which side are you on? I can only tell you that I had nothing to do with it. You're making yourself look very suspicious when you say it like that. He stretches his arms and out in front of himself, as if he has no intention of further dwelling on the subject. I'd wager that the Canning district holds many secrets that you might find very intriguing. The same kind of intriguing as people who've been gutted like a fish. 20 or so years ago, a group of people ran into something there. Some of the elderly tried to settle down in that area several times, yet they never stayed for more than a month. They wanted to go into hiding and live in isolation, with as little contact to the outside world as possible. Yet even a group like that did not manage to stay there. That's odd, isn't it? Why couldn't they? From what I've gathered, it's the perfect place for that kind of thing. There aren't even any security guards. We thought the same, right up until we laid eyes upon one of their men in hospital, undergoing emergency surgery. It was a harsh way of being confronted with reality. No one was ever quite able to figure out what happened to him. Only that stepping inside for even a short time was enough to cause grievous bodily harm. Sounds like a virus that attacks the immune system. An appropriate metaphor, though I'm unsure if that is actually the case. It is a truly fitting description. So the body displays symptoms of rejecting something. That's very interesting. That particular incident marked the end of our endeavors there. Afterwards, the area became a no-go zone for us. Well, it already was when I joined them anyway. I've always been intrigued by this, yet every time I make an inquiry, I'm given the cold shoulder. So that threw a wrench into the ongoing construction plans. Well, you will have to figure out the rest of this mystery yourself. I'm afraid I won't be of much help in that regard. Maybe you can gather some information on it and bring it with you next time. It could prove really useful. Such things are beyond my control, I'm afraid. Though I'd wager that it would only confuse us both even further, even if it happened to stumble across such information. Even if I happen to stumble across such information. I wasn't being completely serious anyway. What you dropped off today is going to keep me busy for quite a while. Oh, yeah. We can connect that to the monster. Losing blood and at a normal rate. Which one was it again? Still could have been anyone. Giant shadow in the sky. Strange whirring sound. Yeah, it's the winged guy. The horse. It has wings, hisses like the wind, and drinks blood. Yeah, shrines, gods, and messengers #1. It's the legend. Yeah. Alright then.
Well, do not let me take up any more of your valuable time then. If there's any pleasant news, please be sure to share it with me. If it's not pleasant, keep it to yourself. Whirring sound sounds like the mosquito. Yes, it's a mosquito horse.
There hasn't been a lot of good news lately, but I'll try my best.
It is highly appreciated. Have a nice day.
After his unannounced visit, he turns away and leaves just as quickly as he appeared. All he really does is deliver all these books. And he always carries around that strange briefcase. Books are the least of my concerns right now. Oh, fuck.
Ad break. Not getting any notifications, am I? And just... Twitch is like, ad break now! Stop streaming! Well, they don't want me to stop streaming. Why are you making the duck face voice all of a sudden?
Oh, you know? No reason?
Right. See you after the break. Alright, I'm back. Can you actually hear the game music? Or is it just the YouTube music that I have in the background? Yep, we could hear it. Now too? I just turned off the YouTube sound. Yes, now too. Great. It's good to hear, thanks. This case appears to be much more complex and dangerous than I thought. Let's see how today's investigation turns out. We have new books. Oh my god, it's so full. It's so full. The Halbert was the last one we had. 42 suggestions for practicing medicine abroad. A rough 32-page booklet. The cover appears to be hand-drawn. Oh, look at that. So cute. It looks like a joke book. It's small and could easily fit into any pocket, indicating that the author intended for it to be read on the go. The old Red Cross logo is printed on the back of the book. Ah, no, I wanted to turn it, but... wait, what? The book describes medical techniques and their practical applications in the wild, as well as in more populated areas. Humorous illustrations show the different possibilities of failure. Oh no! I took off his leg! I took off the wrong leg! Ha! Humorously illustrated. I have to say it's much better than anything I could draw. It is good. It's caricature. Legit good style. In the book, the author mentions several ways of dealing with bizarre wounds. Ooh. The illustrations show strange wounds that couldn't have been caused by a common knife or firearm. There's a list of various secret herbal remedies for different internal diseases, often used by ancient indigenous cultures around the world, as well as a variety of traditional massage techniques that are said to be effective. You were attacked by Cthulhu? Go have a massage. The author warns us not to abandon common sense and rational thinking when it comes to treatment methods, because many things can be explained by blindly putting our faith in science. That is not what it says. Common sense and science? Rational thinking? Massage techniques? If your patient shows signs of physical deterioration for no immediately apparent reason, then they are likely to be suffering from a grave condition. Please take adequate care of them and stay vigilant. So... this is a serious matter, and there are ancient historic records that mention people dying from it without anybody having seen it coming. Wait, I missed something? Where did it go? The old Red Cross logo is printed on the back of the book, but it looks more like a red crescent. Oh yeah. That's a contradiction. Don't abandon common sense and rational thinking, but don't put your faith in science. Alright. Let's do both. A book with a black cover and bronze lettering. The author is unknown. The brief introduction as well as the full text is written in German, and there's an extensive table of contents with all the different chapters.
The book mainly revolves around the theme of the world and the self, and contains opinions on a wide variety of philosophical topics. The author's point of view is extremely idealistic and definitely not shared by the general population. The author believes that our perception of the world is actively shaped and altered by all the other people surrounding us. Really? Definitely German, yes. This is extremely German. This title is German. Thus, after being born, humans only have a very short window of time in which they can experience the world in their own unbiased way, unswayed by others. Wow! Is there a German philosopher or some other philosopher that says that? The worst. Before others influence us, we have infinite ways of looking at the world around us. Our lower self, however, cannot fully carry the burden of such limitless imagination, thus creating the world's containment. I would like to read that. Is this inspired by... It's probably inspired by a real philosopher. Try to imagine a world filled with the same endless potential as your pristine, untouched mind. Return to the same state of mind you were in before you let others shape it. That's the way to truly bring about actual change. Analyzing and dissecting our ego is the only way to true ascension and self-improvement. Becoming aware of our artificial limits and the shackles put on us by never thinking for ourselves allows us to truly embrace who we are and make a change. The book's last page once contained a self-portrait of the author, but it has been scratched out with a knife, leaving behind only blots of ink. Self-analysis, self-evaluation, self-cognition. The 7 C's. There are obvious traces that this book has been read a lot. It looks ancient, even though it isn't an original, but just a transcript of it. The whole text is a vertically arranged ballad using simple Chinese characters with a rhythm, beat, and harmonies added on the side. Much of the ballad is about a fantastical being named Great Mother. She blesses the ships that head out to sea, controls all living things in the ocean, and disperses storms and other potentially dangerous weather. The description makes her sound quite omnipotent. Nothing less. The ballad has clear instructions on how to ask for her blessing. While asking for whatever it is you want to help you with, you make a promise to fulfill a certain condition. An example is given. Come to me, Great Mother, return me safely from the sea, I'll gift you tea. Well, that'll do it. I'll bring you meat. Great Mother in a black dress, please come to me. Judging from the numbers, there should be 9 songs. Oddly enough, the book only contains 6 songs. Like the 7 curses of Honjo, that are 9, actually. Yes. The other 3 are nowhere to be found, and it's not like any pages have been removed. That's it. Just these books. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 new books. Let's go. No clues from the books. Thoughts. Cigarette. Nobody seems to be around. I finally have some time to myself so I can gather my thoughts. It's bad. Resume. It's bad. Should I warn Justin and Nico? The building is apparently a lot more dangerous than we expected. That neighborhood's whole past history is far from normal. But we can't know if there's really a connection to those cases he mentioned if we don't investigate further. Contacting them now could disrupt their current efforts. I don't want to interfere and cause any problems. Right now, all I can do is hope and pray that both of them make it back safely. Okay, let's wait for them.
Wow, it's so much messier than I thought it would be.
The entrance to the alley is quite narrow. Nico sighs. Pity we couldn't do this via a search engine. Watch your step. Who knows what could be littered around across the ground here.
So dirty, so messy. I want to go back.
Are you 3-year-old? You complain just as much. We're already here, so let's just get this over with. Are you a 3-year-old or the bookstore manager?
You take that back, mister. Here, these are the things you asked for.
So she took the cameras of phones and made this? That's clever. Wait, I thought it was just basically a system refresh for the phone.
Who do you think I am? Why have so many parts if you're not going to use them?
I didn't expect it to be this small. How long will it work?
It'll work until you're bored of it.
I don't get why she didn't just use the phones. Because she wanted something smaller? The phones are too big. I mean, if you have like cheap Nokia phones, Nokia-like phones, but they have shitty camera quality. I guess she wanted good camera quality. Would be boring.
Do you know how low the energy consumption of recorder is? The quality of this thing is way worse, so a simple battery will keep it powered for a few days.
Oh, so she didn't use the whole phone because it takes too much energy? It uses too much energy? I mean, if she's using the phone battery, given it's 90% of the size. But I don't think she's using the phone battery. These are normal batteries. It's not flat like a phone battery.
Just put it whenever you feel you need it. Remove the tape on the back and press the switch and the signal will come back to me. If you're worried about it being tracked, you can throw it away later.
Okay. Didn't she mention that Chinese phones were better because bigger batteries? Did she say bigger batteries? Oh, well. But these look like normal ass batteries and not phone batteries. Well, I have no idea what phones they're using.
What? No more comments? First things first, I don't have a warranty to cover this. I only had a limited budget for the parts, so I had to make do.
Nico, this isn't the first time you've done something like this, is it?
Well, this time there's a budget, and I'm, on the store manager's side. Come to think of it, it's thanks to these gadgets that I was able to get to know the manager and live the life that I'm living now.
No wonder he approached you for help.
That's because science and technology have advanced so quickly over the past few years that old people like him can't handle it anymore. In his eyes, I'm probably a sorcerer.
I can imagine that picture somehow. Burn the witch! She took a battery phone that looks like normal ass batteries. What kind of phone has those batteries? I've never seen one.
Even though he's cooped up at home, it doesn't mean we have to be. Lighten up a bit. Your eyes are glazing over.
Did she tell you anything about me?
Well, a little. To be honest, there are plenty of things he doesn't have a clue about.
I can't stand nosy people.
So this isn't a problem for you?
What do you mean?
If you keep investigating, you may find yourself in the same situation as your previous master. After all, the deaths are so similar, and they were never properly wrapped up. If you ask me, there's a good chance that there's a connection there.
Does she mean? You seem to have done your homework.
Just wait until curiosity kills me. My name means cat, after all.
Puns. It doesn't matter. What the old fool did had nothing to do with me. All I know is that no matter what we find out next, I'm going to keep going, unlike him.
Pity. Such a pain in the...
What?
Nothing. So, what's next?
Let's split up. I'll hide a camera nearby and you'll take care of the other locations. After that, I'll start questioning the nearby residents, and you can wait by the entrance to the community.
I'm a cat. Wow, sure sounds like I've got a real important role, huh?
How am I supposed to act like a regular cop if I'm standing around with you? Wait for me and text me if anything goes wrong. Remember the signals?
2 for all good, 3 for retreat. A phone call means help. Why can't I just send any number in a pinch?
We don't want any hasty mistakes to happen. We have a good cover, but once it's blown for good. We can only play this card once, so let's not waste it.
If you call me, I'll run first and talk later.
Anyway, let's just play our parts. Exuding an aura of youthful carelessness, whee! Nico slips away into the shadows, appropriately cat-like. Justin takes a satisfied look at the soon-to-be surveillance equipment. Alright, let's get to work. I wonder if those two are okay. The first time I met Nico, she was holding onto her backpack for dear life, even though she was hungry, cold, and alone. A runaway orphan with nothing but her exceptional knack for technology to her name. Because of her life during those days, she knows every nook and cranny in this city. Justin might know his way around too, but there's a big difference between staying hidden and blending in with the crowd. And that's just considering the normal parts of the city. The Deliverer's words still bother me. But as always, there's no use in rushing things. I don't think I have the ability to blend in with the crowd like Nico does. The sun right outside the door is already too dangerous for me. What is your problem, dude? Tell us. Besides, if I go out... what would happen then? If I have this unpleasant feeling in my gut, but I can't quite wrap my head around it. Neo! Nico! You're a sorcerer, Neo. Maybe it's just too warm to go outside. You know, just like here. I should forget about it and just wait it out. Rather than getting myself all worked up, I need to calm down and prepare myself for what's coming. I rifled through the cluttered papers on the desk and retrieved the photos Justin left. The hose is more recognizable than Nico imagined it to be. Whether it's the height or the rather unusual shape of the building, it's very different from the mess all around it. It's as if it's resisting its surroundings rather than having been forgotten. Even the chaos around it hasn't managed to engulf it yet. He wasn't too surprised to learn that there were only 2 elderly people living in the entire building. The strange part would be if there weren't any secrets hidden inside. Nico places the camera on the edge of the utility pole right outside the building. The trees on either side of the road offer a lot of spots to hide and observe from. But that won't be enough. Justin may have many creative ideas, but Nico has her own concerns. Don't let her get close to your spoons, or you will need all new kitchenware.
There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
The rust and dust on the windows makes the state of occupancy obvious. As far as Nico can remember, elderly folks are always up early, so the only 2 occupants of the place probably are 2. Seems like a good start so far, but meeting strangers in this building 2 days in a row might seem a little suspicious. Nico pushes open the half-open door to the building. The humidity in the air makes her frown. Maybe the residents cleaned the corridor, which doesn't seem much out of the ordinary. Just like Justin said, the wall of the corridor has dark marks along the bottom. The small light bulbs overhead aren't very bright, and even if they were, they wouldn't light up the place entirely, so it's pretty much a blind spot. Nico puts the matter aside for now and makes her way up to the stairs. People run! The doors on either side of the 4th door are closed. Though it's close to lunchtime, it doesn't smell like cooking. They are out hunting. Nico presses her ear against the door to apartment 412. The stale smell of rust mixed with mold filling her nostrils. Ew. Quack. People, please. Although she's so close to the door, she can hear nothing from inside. There's no sound of human activity, but so it looks like Justin's worries about getting caught are unfounded, at least for now. The lock isn't very sophisticated, but that's not the goal today. 3 more floors left to check. Whee! The door to the rooftop is still locked, and the chain in front of it is pretty thick. However, it only has a small number of links, so it seems as if the person who placed it there didn't intend to keep it locked forever. Despite the rusty parts, the keyhole is covered in bright scratches, and the hinges seem to be working just fine. That means the door is used regularly. Seems like a few pieces of wire won't do the trick here, but the door is evidently still in working order. Since it can't be opened, there's one last thing to be checked. Nico grabs her phone, switches to flashlight mode, and points it at the door. She didn't have enough money to buy a purple flashlight. So she has to cover the lens with a piece of tape that she painted with a marker beforehand. What is she doing? Time to get the C4! Yes! Go boom! They aren't very obvious, but there are definitely some brown spots near the door frame. Nico tries to reassure herself that the blood could be from a chicken or duck. Yes, that's a problem! We are trying to uncover a duck crime here. Some kind of detergent would probably look the same under the violet light as well. This thought does nothing to ease her trembling hands. Schoolgirls with C4. That would make for an anime title. Yes. Doki Doki C4 Club.
Ayaya!
Homemade black light, yes. With the help of the purple light and the brush, Nico gently swipes up some of the particles. Since Justin is in the loop now, maybe he'll be able to find a place to have these tested.
Shouldn't be any trouble if it's mixed with a little dirt.
whatever it may be, she can't draw any conclusions from it yet. Justin hasn't sent any messages so far, so he's probably still checking in with the neighbors about the situation. Although the detective told her to wait at the entrance to the community, he obviously underestimated how worked up Nico is about this whole affair. There's still enough time left to try and break open the lock. Really, Nico? Nico gets up and observes the keyhole carefully.
I'm gonna hack my way into this. Huh? What's that sound?
It's a bomb! What is that sound? The noise makes Justin look up from the conversation. With whom? Oh, random shadow guy. Ah, it's probably the garbage truck again. It's so noisy. Seems like it. This place is such a headache, and it has been extraordinarily noisy lately. The man in front of him looks up and heaves a sigh. That a man in his 20s would choose to stay in such a place is somewhat suspicious, but Justin doesn't have the time to worry about that right now. Some questions have to be asked, and some questions you have to keep to yourself. It's the first rule of successfully playing a part. Thanks for the tip, game. He didn't identify himself to the tenant, although Nico gave him some information in this regard, but started asking a lot of questions instead, as if he were familiar with the place. In a place like this, there's only a small chance of tenants trying to get to know their landlord, which gives Justin the perfect opportunity to take advantage of this situation. By forging some documents, the detective has turned into a spy. As long as he chooses the right words, the tightrope won't be impossible to walk. The most important thing is to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. This place might be cheap, but if you have a shady landlord, someone might come calling. Someone like me. What? I don't want any trouble. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. No need to apologize. This isn't about you, so don't take it personally. I'd just like to ask a couple of questions, if I may. Well, I guess it's my duty as a resident to assist you in your investigation. Justin would very much like to know what the residents think the investigation is about. All he did was ask about the condition of the neighborhood in a very direct manner, and the residents immediately changed their attitude as if they knew something. This all seems rather fishy. Did you ever see the landlord entering this building with any strange people? Someone you didn't know? No, he doesn't come here very often. He just yells at me to call someone else to fix my plumbing and electrical problems. So you never got along exceptionally well? Well, it might be too much to ask in a place like this. Oh, but I don't mean to complain. By the way, do you know if the access to the roof of this building is blocked? Huh? Not really. Did you want to go up there? Never mind. Do you know the buildings nearby? Have you ever heard of anyone who keeps birds, maybe pigeons, on the rooftop? I'm afraid pigeons wouldn't even learn to fly in such a cramped space. But I heard that some homeless people who were staying on the roof were kicked out several times. Oh yeah, that's right. There are buildings nearby. Can they look from another rooftop if what's in there? This is the perfect chance to talk about what Justin really wants to know. He rearranges his thoughts, trying to continue the conversation as naturally as possible. Oh, do you mean the tall building? No, I mean the other one. Hardly anyone lives over there. Since nobody really likes to talk about it, I never go there either. So you've heard rumors, since you can't see that building's rooftop from over here. I heard that sometimes there are strange noises upstairs. It scares the children around the neighborhood, And sometimes you can hear the sound of a violin, too, which sounds even more creepy. A violin. It's nice to know that the residents here are into classical music. It was just a comparison. I've heard that it sounds completely out of tune, almost like an animal. Apparently it's been happening a lot over the past month. I get a shiver down my spine just thinking about it. Whistling, yes, it's monster number 1, not monster A from the clues. The gargoyle. So when it comes down to it, you don't think there's a chance of someone hiding up there, do you? I didn't say that. After all, I don't know what exactly you're looking for. There's probably a lot of empty apartments and spaces around here, so I really couldn't say. To be honest, I have seen some strange faces wandering around here lately, like yours. It looks like they were all heading to that side of the building. And you didn't mention this until now? That's because, I don't know. Strangers aren't that unusual around here. After all, a lot of people live in the area and they move in and out frequently. I wouldn't be particularly surprised if a new family suddenly moved in opposite me tomorrow. But the group of people I saw was different. They didn't seem like the kind of people that would be looking for an apartment around here. Oh, could you be more specific? There are often groups of students or colleagues who rent a place together to cut their expenses, but there are never more than 3 people. The group I saw consisted of about a dozen people, and they all seemed to know each other. Maybe some shady company is using this place as a cheap place to rent, who knows? But then they would appear more often, I suppose. I don't really keep track of them, though. Is that why you think they're not like the usual tenants? Well, yes. Usually tenants wouldn't be hanging around the trash cans for no reason, would they? They're always hanging around in groups of 5. If it weren't for their neat clothing, they'd look like a bunch of garbage collectors. They hang around the trash cans? Do they look through the trash? I don't know. I didn't want them to see me staring, you know. Okay, do you remember anything else that seemed out of the ordinary? They look like the average residents, except for the fact that they're always hanging around in groups. Oh, but I did notice that they carry yellow handkerchiefs. Yellow handkerchiefs? They just carry them around in their pockets. There seems to be a lot going on around here. Yellow handkerchiefs! And the trash cans seem to be a popular meeting spot. I'll meet you at the trash can. Ducks have yellow beaks. Humans with yellow handkerchiefs. It's all coming together. Should I maybe call the police? Those people might be up to no good. Poking the bear only makes things worse, and you don't want any trouble, do you? This has to be handled one step at a time. Coincidence? I think not. Dun dun dun. I trust that you'll do a good job. The whereabouts of suspicious people. Sus. That's all for now. You might not see each other very often, but please keep an eye out in case you notice your landlord acting strangely. Like biting people and sucking out their blood. Could be a gargoyle. Sooner or later, his curiosity will get the better of him. The detective decided to leave it at that and continue his investigation in the other buildings. How will I get in contact with you? Can I have your number, sir? I mean, if there's a problem and I'm not supposed to call the police. Don't worry, I'll give you my number. Huh? Wait. What? What's wrong? It's nothing. Here, this is it. Justin calmly holds up his phone to show the man his number. For occasions such as these, it's always convenient to have 5 or 6 different phone numbers. In case you meet people you're not really interested in dating. Justin is prepared. Flustered? The man looks at the long list of phone numbers on Justin's. These are all my numbers. Pick the one you like. Got it? I won't take up any more of your time then. Take care. The detective takes his phone back, sliding it into his pocket as he steps away. No problem. Take care. 0800 fake number. Dating phone. Uninterested phone. Things gone wrong phone. Yeah, everyone you meet who asks for your number, you give them like a sus level. Sus level A means probably trustworthy. Sus level F means nope. I'm just giving them my number so they can get away. Phew. I didn't want to date that guy. Not that badly. Careful what phone you give your family. After taking out his phone again, the detective's hands began to shake. Before he left, he set his phone to only ring in case Nico messaged him. It has remained silent ever since, yet now there are a lot of unread messages on it. 3 alerts, all from the store manager. Of course he'd been at Hermitage when they were preparing the operation, but it never occurred to Justin that he would send any instructions. What? Why is he suddenly asking us to retreat? This is going well. I hope both of them return safely. Who the fuck are you, visitor? Are you here to buy a book, sir? You're wasting your time.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. I smile and shove my phone back into my pocket. The strange guest seems a little unhappy about this, but he doesn't say anything else. The visitor has an unremarkable face, and is wearing everyday clothes. He would disappear in a crowd in a matter of seconds. My god, sir, you are so fucking average. Ever since he entered the shop, this man has been extremely courteous and trying to keep a safe distance from everything around him, but this behavior disappeared the moment he opened his mouth. Unfortunately, nobody takes much notice of our store out here. At least it hasn't yet taken on the scent of alcohol from the alleyway outside. You must be wanting something in this store pretty badly to come in here. No one ever does. To come all the way out here. We have our channel of information that led us here. The rest is quite simple. Sure sounds like a convenient method of getting information. Oh no, not Agent Mulder. Kind of. But 10% more EP. Don't you have quite a powerful contact as well? I'd like to have a friend who can get his hands on so many precious books. We have a business license, you know. Although the place might not be in the best condition, everything you find on the shelves is legal. So books like the history of cannibalism are legal too. My god! He is looking for duck people recipes. Luckily, I sent a message to the others straight away and told them to retreat. Cold sweat is tingling at the base of my neck. The world is full of coincidences. True! This is so true. The stranger pushes the book back onto the shelf, gently readjusting the bookends on either side. Where do we look? Where do we look? Your boss doesn't seem like a bad guy, so there's no need for you to act all tough. I can recite every book he brought here, although that doesn't have anything to do with you. He is a buddy of the deliverer. Where can we look? Examine his body. Examine his clothing. Examine his face. Examine his hand. Not his hair. His hair could be in the drain. Ending reached. Welcome to dinner. Oh. But deliberately hiding something from us is a different matter, and to be honest, I wouldn't recommend it. Nowadays, young people would basically believe anything they see on the news or on the internet, but I'm long past that. That was a nice speech on your part, but do you really think I'm so easily intimidated? Why is all of this even necessary? It's just a book, and I don't even need to take it with me. But the knowledge hidden within these pages could be helpful to many people. I don't know what kind of deal you made with that guy. If it'll get you into trouble if I borrow it, why not have me have a look at it here? I realize that threatening you won't do me any good. So he's not looking to buy anything, surprised there, but he would like to lend something. Why does this guy have a bookstore instead of a library? I don't get it. Really, it sure seems like that's what you had in mind, considering that thing in your pocket. What thing? Is it the yellow handkerchief? He answers my question with silence, but his hand doesn't leave his pocket. You don't seem like a particularly honest person, but that's not really my concern. Just insult everyone. You see, some knowledge is inherently dangerous, and the people who desire this knowledge never have the best intentions. I don't think that whatever you're holding in your right hand could be worse than your grim visage. To be honest, you look worse than him. That's what I'm really concerned about. You look more grim than he does. He's just like looks ippy. You look salty. How dare you say that to someone's face? Get used to it. It does it with everyone. It would be in poor taste to outnumber you, and I'd rather not make a scene if I can help it. Should we look at his face? Examine his hand. He had something in his hand. Probably that's... Examine his hand. I lower my gaze, peering at the visitor as covertly as possible. Murder, gun, knife, yandere. Visitor, he noticed. My glance might have been too obvious. I suck at this. I hate this minigame. I'm not good at this. It's gonna be a bad ending, isn't it? The silkworm is gonna come back and eat him. Nobody would miss him. Except the deliverer. My glance might have been too obvious, because the man throws me a very unpleasant look. Hey, don't you get the picture by now? Are you trying to figure something out? Damn it, I didn't even save scum. There's a knife in your guns. Yes. Oh no, how could... This is a tough one. I seem to have rushed things and missed an important opportunity. It would be in poor taste to outnumber you, and oh yeah, same. However, if you keep resisting a cooperation, then this won't end well for you companions running around out there. Security isn't good in that area, so no one will notice if they just disappear. That ominous statement gives me instant goosebumps. The way he said out there sounded like he only has rudimentary information. Besides, if they'd already caught Nico and Justin, there would be no need to be so polite to me now. I clench my fists, and it takes everything I have not to act on impulse. I've been wondering whether you might have made a mistake from the very beginning. Companions, I'm just a caretaker interested with keeping this place in order. And the stuff you see around here is really all I'm involved in. Oh, is that so? There's nothing else for it. I put on a nonchalant face and shrug dismissively. The visitor furrows his brow as he pulls out his phone and heads for the door, as if wanting to confirm something with someone. Naturally, he isn't the only one who wants to check on the situation, but neither Nico nor Justin are replying to my messages. With an ominous feeling in the pit of my stomach, I put away my phone and try to regain my composure by taking several deep breaths. What are you doing, sir? I'm totally calm. It isn't long before the unexpected visitor returns, still sporting a poker face not unlike the one the book deliverer usually wears. No hyperventilating allowed. Alright, I don't want to keep repeating myself. He sounds as if he's making an extremely reluctant compromise. I guess it hasn't come to the worst yet, then. Maybe we're both taking this a little too seriously. I don't want to repeat myself either. I don't only care about the books that are kept here, and I understand the weight of the knowledge they bring with them. So if this is truly important to you, prove it to me. Sticking to your principles so narrow-mindedly will cost you dearly sooner or later. As long as I remain the only person who knows on which shelf each book can be found at Hermitage, fate will allow me to be a little stubborn. So, these books are not even sorted. You arrange them by memory. Wow. Yeah, that is gatekeeping of the highest level. And we visionaries have to pick up the pieces. Oh. You know, layman, the kind of things we've done. Order member. Troublemakers attract each other. Now I finally understand what that means. You know what happens if people like us screw things up, don't you? Rags and dustpans won't be enough to clean up the mess. This isn't something that can be solved by brute force. Believe me, we've tried. So you're looking to gain more knowledge? We thought that was the one thing we had enough of. I don't know how well you know that friend of yours, but he's definitely not as respectable as he looks. In any case, you're right. We need more professional knowledge. We may have relied on our elders in the past, but nowadays we have to rely on books. After more than 20 years, time is running out. The police are smart, but if they don't get it right, we won't be the only ones who suffer. You're not going to try to convince me that something like people's life are at stake, are you? Because I don't care. I can tell you. Every time I listen to you, I ask myself, did someone like you end up in a place like this, actually taking care of things? I mean, I've asked that myself too. Oh, what a statement. But yes, I can understand your sense of urgency now.
The man shrugs and smiles maliciously.
Which book are you looking for, anyway? That guy brings like an entire library with him every time he visits, and I can promise that he labels the books correctly every time.
Because that's your job.
That guy, last time he brought a whole of 3 books. Unbelievable.
I pull a volume called Ancient Prescriptions from the bookshelf to prove my point.
Look at this.
What a mess. We're looking for a Chinese book related to stargazing, which describes how to observe a certain area of the sky with traditional techniques to analyze time. Did we have that? Was it one of the books? It's written with a special complexity, so it's rather difficult to understand without any additional study. Just the worm.
Do you know approximately when it was published or which languages it was written in? And are there specific writing elements such as poetic or autobiographical paragraphs in it?
Those are a lot of questions just to find a book. Just give me a book, any book.
If you just want an ordinary book on stargazing, I have a shelf of them over there.
The book describes a ritual that, if executed successfully, may achieve remarkable things. I remember that it had some illustrations, but they weren't very well drawn.
And by remarkable you mean?
Leaving this world, the one thing we've failed to achieve. Once the ceremony has been completed, you are taken to a whole new realm. Believe it or not, there is a place that is truly free of pain and sorrow.
Oh,
he is looking for another dimension.
Spiritual transcendence?
He is definitely hunting for ducks, yes. He's looking for the duck world. Join the Discord to find out all about ducks out of this world. The new game by me and the last star. Oh my god, I thought I had taken that potion out. Whoops. Bonk! Why so many bonks? Guppy, why? Have you seen Supernatural? Oh my god. What happened? Ah! Ad break incoming. In a minute. No, it's a pure kind of detachment. Staying in this world has no spiritual or physical value at all. Okay, if you say so.
Sounds like running away.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Just help us and no one will get hurt. Okay? We need to get out of there. Oh. I think I know which book you're talking about. I'll go find it for you. Okay, we will find his book in a couple of minutes. Enjoy the ad break. Stay hydrated. Get something to drink. And I will see you in a bit.
Alright, I'm back. After this message from our sponsors, we will find a book in this bookstore. Not an easy task. I try to act as if it suddenly dawned on me and gently push the strange guest away and kick from the bookshelf where he is standing. Looking very sure of himself, his eyes wander across the room. I use the opportunity to take the copy of the Halberd and hide it on the top shelf. Maybe I should have watched him at this point. Damn it. Can I repeat this? I mean, I can't repeat it on stream, but can I do it afterwards? I really want to see his hand. I have to eliminate any chance of him finding what he's looking for. I picked some plausible alternatives from the shelves and placed them on the desk. In Chinese, non-classical articles, it's all here. There is no off-stream. Ah! Right! There is no off-stream. The strange guest tries to remain calm, but I can see the muscles in his jaw twitching. He takes the stack of books and lays them out on the desk, one by one, bending over to examine them, as if he were looking for hidden treasure. Elf's life is a stream. Yes, it only happens once a week. It isn't long before his poker face crumbles. He looks displeased. Is something wrong? Are you sure these are all the books you have? These are all the books that fit your description. If you don't mind reading foreign languages, then I do have some good ones, like 100 Milliarden Sonnen as well. What would I want with rubbish like that? 100 Milliarden Sonnen. Does that exist? His voice is low and threatening. I gave him a high voice. What would I want with rubbish like that? His voice is low and threatening. I stand my ground and put on an innocent face. You shouldn't call somebody's honest efforts rubbish. However, I do apologize for not having everything here. Look again! If this man had a switch, it would be switched to angry right now. Where is his misogyny switch? Actually, it might be broken altogether. Yes, that is a real book title. Oh, interesting. Just as expected, the next step is to wear him down. I put on a helpless smile and make room for him next to the shelf. Alright, let's take a look together. Oh, switch to Nico. Off switch to Nico.
Don't come back here. Oh, that guy really gets on my nerves sometimes. First telling us to come back, then saying to stay away. What is it that he actually wants?
Also, the store manager was like, you have to retreat, and then, on second thought, no, stay where you are, don't come back to the bookstore, there's a dangerous man here. You're sending mixed signals. Nico shoves the phone back into her pocket, kicking around some pebbles at her feet. The loud noise downstairs was nothing of importance. After carefully checking that the air was clear, Nico tiptoed down the stairs, only to find that the sanitation worker was emptying the garbage cans outside. Come back! Nico goes away. Yeah. The only way to make a cat do what you want. Come back! She goes away. Yes, just as planned. Perhaps Justin and the store manager are rubbing off on her, and she's becoming more nervous herself.
See, this could have gone really wrong.
The narrow corridor isn't broad enough for more than one person. So if one of the residents had come home and at that very moment, Nico would have been trapped. Rushing down the stairs in a panic like that was a bad idea. The corridor is dark and the sanitation worker outside seems not to notice Nico. He rummages through the trash can, then closes the lid again and leaves. Oddly enough, he didn't take a single bag with him. Nico covers her nose and lifts up the lid of the trash can. The smell isn't as bad as expected. The large plastic container is almost empty.
That doesn't make sense.
Even if there are only 2 people living in the building, they still produce waste, so the trash cans should be fuller. The rim of the trash cans are stained, and it does look as if they've been used a lot, but apparently this place isn't refined enough to use plastic bags. Ew. She closes the lid again and claps her hands together vigorously, trying to get the dirt off them. Ew. Ugh, this is so gross. The sanitation worker also took a look, indicating that there should have been litter here. Did someone take it away before the garbage disposal arrived? An intriguing thought. Nico crouches down and scans the ground around the trash can for further clues.
Huh?
Something seems to be lying between the uncut grass and damp leaves. This was the photo at the apartment. Who threw it away? Or is it a photo of the photo? Photoception. It's mixed in with some pieces of plastic packaging that clearly is strayed off course as they were being thrown away. Further proof of Nico's suspicions. Who threw away the old lady? Yes! Nico steps over a branch and begins to pick through the plastic on the ground. The wet grass has made even more of a mess of everything. Even so, she quickly picks out the thing that caught her eye.
This can only mean trouble.
Ignoring the smell, she hastily wipes the object off with a paper towel and stuffs it into her pocket. I don't like this case. Couldn't they investigate a cleaner place? Since the store manager gave instructions, it would probably be best to meet up with Justin at the entrance to the community council. Marks on the family portrait.
I wonder what he'll have to say about this.
Meanwhile, the kids on the street are growing more and more apprehensive. What? What was that all about? And suddenly it was dark. Having to wait around outside for hours on end, you really could be a little clearer about what's going on next time. So he's back in the shop, and Nico is still there, collecting evidence, and the kids are growing more apprehensive. This is very badly edited. Oh, okay, they're both back. Still, time jump.
Next time? Good God. I hope there won't be a next time. Oh, I'm starving. And I need a shower.
Believe me, I don't feel good about having you stand there for such a long time, but that was our only option. Oh no, Team Rocket is back to mischief. I didn't even realize it was that long. After a roller coaster ride of a day, the 3 of us have reunited at Hermitage again at last. The unwanted guest searched the bookstore all afternoon. I kept a close eye on him until he lost his motivation and finally decided to give up. He looked frustrated and annoyed when he left, but most importantly, he didn't find the halberd. Having to play dumb while he was asking questions throughout his whole visit has taken a hefty mental toll on me. It sounded serious, so speak up. What's going on?
You're still breathing, no broken bones? Everything seems okay, at least for now, right?
For the time being, yeah. But I'm still glad I sent you a message in advance.
I noticed a bunch of people outside when I came back. Does that have anything to do with what you were saying?
Hold on a minute, what? Justin glares at Nico. A bad idea, as it turns out, as Nico quickly grabs him by the collar and raises her voice.
Ugh. Did you think I was dragging you along to buy ice cream or something?
Ice cream. Justin's like, yes, ice cream.
You idiot! Do you think I can control my appetite?
No, but how could anyone even be thinking about ice cream in this weather? I'm thinking about ice cream all the time in this weather. As long as he was not Xing a question. I should get ice cream. Yes, my god, I want ice cream. Alright, you two, calm down. Everyone's in one piece, that's what counts. Anyway, back to those people Nico talked about. I actually think there could be a connection.
Do you think everything is connected?
You're not stirring up trouble with the locals, are you? Provoking them? People like that don't necessarily abide by any laws. Isn't it almost time for an ad break? No, the ad break was about 20 minutes ago. But I will probably stop streaming in about 10 minutes. Because I didn't want this to stream that long today. Damn it, how am I supposed to get ice cream? Run like the wind. But yeah, I didn't want to stream that long today. Oh, it's been 3 hours actually. Wow, that was more than I had expected. This is a series of murder cases. Danger comes with the territory.
You have to admit that it reaches new level when the danger is at your doorstep.
The guy might not be the actual culprit, but there's still a connection somehow. It became apparent when he explicitly mentioned the Kangning district. If he hadn't, I'd have thought that he was just another slightly weird and unsavory customer. I'm used to those, after all. Portable elf monitoring device. Yes, made by Nico. I could. Yeah, I don't have ice cream at home. Imagine that. I will have to order ice cream. I could do that. I'm ordering dinner. Yeah, that's it. It's settled. I'm ordering dinner and ice cream.
It sounds like he knew who we are and what we're up to. Oh, he have been trying to intimidate us, right?
It was hard to tell how many details he actually knew and how much of it was just a bluff. Threatening us and looking for the book already proves that he's involved. He's up to something. Does anyone ever enter this bookstore and is like, I'd like to buy a book? And he is not like, you are a suspicious person. What do you want with a book? You can't have it. This is not for sale. Tell me your story first. My god. I got a new ice cream today. Magnum Star Chaser. Really? What's in it? What did they made it with? What did they make it with? Alright, it's settled. We're coming to your home. Yes! Elf party! I can bring some ice cream. Hello, the Simplex. We're ending stream in a bit, but thank you very much for dropping by. Welcome. Happy weekend, exactly. Ah! All the licking emotes from Halcyon Frequency. Caramel with popcorn taste, supposedly. Have you tried it? Does it really have popcorn taste? The buttered popcorn jelly bean. I like that the most. Thanks to you too, yes. Oh god, they all have licking emotes. It's still in the freezer, we'll see later. Yeah, definitely. Take a photo and put it on Discord.
Yeah, him looking for it is all the information we need. The more you know, the more you're in danger.
I don't know how much I can help. My knowledge on the topic is limited, to say the least. We can't draw any conclusions yet, but him showing up here was all I needed to be convinced that we are on the right track.
You're still speaking about it in such an analytical way, even though we kicked our hornet's nest for real now.
Don't worry, I'm well aware that I was lucky, and things probably won't end this peacefully, if they come calling again.
So, what's our next move?
We need to compile the information we have to finally make sense of everything.
Hi, Elfbitch and everyone. Hello. Welcome.
Coffee potion. I place my hands on their shoulders. Let's hear it. What have you two found out?
Dude.
The residents have noticed an increasing amount of suspicious characters hanging around the neighborhood. Yeah, the guys with handkerchiefs. Coffee with unwanted side effects. Yes, you can get stomach sick from coffee. I've been there many, many times. But this coffee is safe. Yeah. No bitterness. Bitterness is good. Bitterness is fine. Coffee can be bitter. That's not the problem there. I don't know what it is, but I don't react well to caffeine. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes I drink coffee and nothing happens, but I have to watch my dosage. I don't like bitterness, but it's oh, I have bitter soda. Bitter lemon. That's good. I mean, there are so many types of coffee. Yeah, it happens a little less with espresso or cafe latte. And more with normal coffee. So I don't react that bad to espresso. They're patrolling the area, at least that's what the residents are saying, but they don't carry around anything suspicious.
So no bags or anything?
Carrying around dead bodies takes more than just a bunch of shopping bags, wouldn't you say? Constantly wandering around that area already casts more than enough suspicion on them. I don't have the surveillance footage, so I can't say anything for certain yet. That's something I can't figure out just by questioning the residents.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, did you find anything?
Didn't you mention that they were wearing strange clothes?
Not really, apart from the yellow handkerchiefs in their pockets. It's the duck people.
I see.
What about you?
After I placed the camera, I went to the empty building and stayed there for a while. Though I couldn't confirm what I had originally set out to, I noticed something else, something unexpected.
Nico takes a picture out of her pocket and places it on the table.
I found this in the trash.
You. Oh yeah, and I found this in the drain. You both get out of my shop. What? Isn't this a family photo? Oh, you recognize it. I saw this photo at a woman's apartment yesterday. It's her. Her husband and their son, David in the middle. The neighbor next door said that they both died a long time ago. Is that so? I was careful with it. It looks old and time has taken its toll on it. A family of 3 dressed in simple clothes. They don't look very happy. At least the child's eyes are still full of life. What is this? There are some strange reflective marks on the heads of the 2 adults. After a closer look, it becomes apparent that they're the result of tiny scratches. Someone seems to have written something on it with a pen and then wiped the ink off, only leaving the scratch marks of the pen behind. You have my picture and my... You... No. I tear a page out of my notebook and meticulously redraw the marks. Unsurprisingly, they form a subtle pattern. I feel as if I've seen the same pattern in a book before. It might be a good idea to check again. Yeah, as soon as I can get to the bookshelf. But wait, I wanted to check the halberd. Oh yeah, this guy wanted to read about this holding up a seal towards the sky. Yeah, this ritual that makes you leave the world and for another world. For the duck world. Better than a bow and an axe. And my trash juice. Yeah, so much more useful than a bow and an axe too. Yeah, you can just picture the movie. Where did you find it?
By a trash can in the area. The trash seems to get picked up awfully diligently there.
Better than glue. No, nothing is better than glue. Why is that? The neighborhood committee is still working hard in regards to hygiene? That's unlikely.
Without sanitation workers, there's no one to pick up the trash, right?
You think someone's going through the trash? Then that's the reason why it disappears so quickly. Blasphemy! Glue.
There are traces of blood on the rooftop. You know people who can analyze that and run tests, right?
And also hair. I also have some hair to analyze. If all our assumptions are correct, that building is the ideal place for someone to carry out their dirty work in secret. Yet the nearby residents never noticed anyone suspicious.
Come on, Justin, use your brain, just this once.
Or do you need me to spoon-feed you the truth bit by bit? You seem to have tunnel vision. Think outside the constraints of your work as a private investigator. Otherwise it might cause you trouble in the future. My God! Leave the man be! Let him live! Huh? Why are you guys suddenly ganging up on me?
I don't have the nerve to explain everything. Could you do the honors?
Oh! Doesn't seem like I have any other choice. The man who came to Hermitage today seems to have a lot of connections to the Kangning district. He seemed ready to do whatever it takes to reach his goal. I wouldn't put such heinous crimes past those people, but even if they actually had a motive for those murders, how did they carry the bodies out of the building to where they were discovered? To establish a direct connection between the building and the murders, there would be a way to carry bodies out of there without anyone noticing. Is this a decision coming up? What exactly is going on in that neighborhood? My god. Yes, I did it. Alright then. It's probably this and... Wait. This and... one of the others. But we're gonna do it next time. I'm sorry for the short stream, but it's too warm to play too long. Oh no, cliffhanger! My god, it was a perfect time to save. I mean, I missed 2 clues. I didn't look at the lady's hair, and I didn't look at the guy's hand. But we will have to make do, unless you will allow me to replay that part off stream, because I really want to know what they look like. Cool the elf. Yes, I have to cool down and lie down and rest, like I've done for the past week. Wait a minute. Is it working now? Yes, it's working. Cecile didn't show up. Iron Cecile. You can always replay. Yes, but is it's saves coming though. Is that allowed? It's playing? Oh, yeah, it's playing. Always. I'm too curious. I want to know if it was her hair and what he was carrying, the duck person. It was probably a yellow handkerchief. I'm calling it. He was carrying a yellow handkerchief. But anyway, thank you so much for visiting and watching the stream and chatting and following and subbing, lurking, everything. So many mysteries, yes. Like, what's in the simp board? You know what's in the simp board. I revealed it today again, by accident. Thanks for the stream, you're very welcome. Let's see who we can raid. Oh, the other channel is streaming. Thanks for the stream, you're very welcome. Lester, I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on Discord. Thanks for the stream and chat. You're welcome. Thanks Infinity Simplex and Lester and Gapion Dragon and Cat if you're still here. And Sir Robs the Roll and Daisy. And everyone else I've forgotten. Inspiration Potion. Yes. By the way, I had a question. Have you ever played Monster Academy games? No, I don't think I have. Oh, Luxie's streaming. Maybe you can rate Luxie. I don't know if you watch her, but she's playing Baldur's Gate like everyone else. So, let's rate Luxie.
Lux is early today. Monster Academy. You can post a link on Discord. Playing games. Ready the barbarians to raid. Alright then. So, I hope you will have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next Saturday or Sunday. Don't know which one it'll be, but probably Saturday. Yep, definitely. Not Monster Academy, Monster Prom. Oh, Monster Prom! Yes, I've played Monster Prom. Yes, actually, but not on stream. But it's also a good idea to play it at some time. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Yes, exactly. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Oh, damn it. It's not working again, is it? Oh, it did. Alright. Bye.